There comes a moment in life when you realize that peace is not found in the noise of the world, but in the silence of your soul. It does not come from wealth, status, or achievements. It is born within you, waiting to be discovered. I once believed that peace was something you earn, something that arrives after everything in life is perfect. But life has a way of teaching us that peace is not about perfection. It's about acceptance. We often spend our lives chasing an ideal version of ourselves, shaped by the expectations of society, family, and even our own insecurities. We strive to fit into predefined molds, thinking that if we change ourselves, we will finally be worthy of love, success, and happiness. But the truth is, inner peace does not come from becoming someone else. It comes from embracing who you already are. Self-acceptance is not about ignoring your flaws or pretending to be perfect. It is about acknowledging every part of yourself, the strengths and the weaknesses, the victories and the scars, and understanding that each one has a role in shaping the person you have become. There is beauty in imperfection, and true confidence is not found in erasing your flaws, but in owning them. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that we are not enough. We compare ourselves to others, measuring our worth by their standards, their achievements, and their definitions of success. But comparison is the enemy of peace. The moment you stop looking outside for validation and start looking within, you begin to realize that your worth has never depended on how you measure up to others. It has always been there, untouched and unshaken by the opinions of the world. To accept yourself is to be kind to yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, replaying our mistakes over and over, convincing ourselves that we are not deserving of happiness. But if you can offer kindness to a friend in their time of struggle, why not extend that same compassion to yourself? Forgive yourself for the times you fell short. Celebrate the times you persevered. Treat yourself with the same patience and understanding that you so freely give to others. The journey to self-acceptance is not about waiting for the world to approve of you. It is about standing in front of the mirror, looking into your own eyes and saying, I am enough. Because the moment you do, you free yourself from the chains of self-doubt. You realize that you don't need to change to be worthy of love, peace, or success. You only need to embrace the person you already are. And when you do that, true inner peace follows effortlessly, like a river finally finding its way home. Holding on to the past can feel like carrying a heavy burden, weighing you down with memories of pain, regret, and missed opportunities. It's easy to think that by clinging to the past, you are somehow preserving a part of yourself or holding on to lessons learned. But the reality is, the longer you hold on, the harder it becomes to move forward. The past is just that, past. It cannot be changed, and no matter how much energy you put into reliving it, it doesn't have the power to dictate your future unless you allow it to. Regret in particular has a way of trapping us in a cycle of what-ifs. We replay our mistakes, wishing we could go back and make different choices. We question our decisions, wondering if the outcome would have been better if we had done things differently. But the truth is, we did the best we could with the knowledge, experience, and circumstances we had at the time. Every mistake, every choice has brought us to this very moment, and it's this moment where change begins. Holding on to regret is like anchoring yourself to a ship that has already sailed. It takes away your ability to embrace the present and cloud your vision of the future. Similarly, past traumas and hurts can take root in our hearts, and over time they turn into bitterness and resentment. Holding on to grudges only poisons your spirit, and while it may feel like holding someone else accountable for their wrongs, it's you who is left suffering. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the wrong done to you. It means letting go of the power it has over you. When you forgive, you release yourself from the grip of the past and create space for healing. It doesn't happen overnight, but each day you choose to let go, you take back control of your peace. The past can also be a source of false comfort, as we can become attached to familiar pain. We may subconsciously hold on to the way things used to be because it's known, even though it no longer serves us. But true healing and growth require us to step out of the shadows of yesterday and into the light of today. Only then can we see that the possibilities for our future are far greater than the limitations we place on ourselves when we keep looking backward. Letting go of the past is not forgetting or erasing the chapters that have shaped us. It is acknowledging them, learning from them, and then choosing to move forward. It's a process, a practice of releasing the weight of old wounds and allowing ourselves the freedom to live in the present, where peace, joy, and growth await. For many years, I believed that success was something tangible, something you could measure with milestones like wealth, recognition, or the approval of others. We are often taught to define success by external markers, how many followers we have, how much money is in our bank account, or how many awards we've accumulated. But as time goes on, we realize that those external accomplishments, while rewarding in their own way, do not bring lasting fulfillment. True success isn't about what you achieve, but how you feel about who you are and how you live your life. When we tie our self-worth to external achievements, we set ourselves up for disappointment. No matter how much you accomplish, there will always be something else to strive for, another goal to chase. The pursuit of success, when defined by the world's standards, is endless, and it's easy to get caught in the cycle of always wanting more, never fully appreciating what we've already achieved. We forget that peace comes when we can be content with where we are and how far we've come, regardless of the accolades or rewards we receive. Redefining success means shifting our focus from the external to the internal. It means finding value in things that cannot be measured by numbers or trophies. Success is waking up each day with a sense of purpose, knowing that what you're doing matters, not necessarily to others, but to yourself. It's about setting your own standards and defining your own path, free from the expectations and comparisons that so often drive us. The truest form of success is living in alignment with your values. It's doing work that brings you joy, contributing to the world in ways that align with your beliefs, and creating meaningful connections with the people around you. It's about taking time for the things that truly matter, whether that's spending time with family, pursuing personal growth, or helping others along their journey. When you live with purpose, every day becomes an opportunity to succeed. In redefining success, you free yourself from the constant pressure to perform and achieve based on someone else's definition. You get to decide what it means to be successful, and when you realize that success is more about how you feel within yourself, the pressure begins to fade. Success is not a destination. It's a way of living with intention, gratitude, and a sense of peace with who you are and what you contribute to the world. Pain is an inevitable part of life, something we all face at one point or another. It can take many forms, physical, emotional, or mental, and its presence often feels overwhelming. It can feel as though pain is a force beyond our control, something that simply happens to us, leaving us broken and powerless. But what if we could shift our perspective? What if we could see pain not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity, a way to grow, heal, and ultimately become stronger? Pain does not have to define us. Instead, we can choose to transform it into something that empowers us. When faced with pain, the natural response is often to avoid it, to wish it away, or to hide from it. But pain cannot be outrun. The more we try to escape it, the more it lingers. In fact, the real power comes when we confront it head-on, acknowledging it, understanding it, and allowing ourselves to feel it fully. It is through this process of feeling our pain, instead of burying it or pretending it doesn't exist, that we start to reclaim our strength. By facing our darkest moments, we uncover parts of ourselves that we never knew existed: resilience, courage, and a deeper sense of compassion. The truth is, every painful experience holds within it a lesson. It may not be immediately clear, and it may not be easy to see in the moment, but pain has a way of teaching us about who we truly are. It pushes us beyond our comfort zones, helping us discover strengths we didn't know we had. In those moments of suffering, we learn what truly matters, what we are capable of enduring, and where our limits lie. It is often through pain that we realize the depth of our inner strength and our ability to rise from the ashes. Pain also fosters empathy. Once you've endured hardship, you develop a deeper understanding of others who are going through similar struggles. It opens your heart, allowing you to connect with people in a more authentic way. Instead of letting pain isolate you, you can use it to build bridges, to inspire others, and to offer a hand to those who need it most. Transforming pain into power requires a shift in mindset. It means seeing every challenge as a chance to become stronger, not weaker. It means embracing the idea that suffering is not the end of the road, but a turning point, a stepping stone that leads to personal growth. Pain will come, as it always does, but we have the choice to rise above it, to let it shape us into the person we are meant to become. And when we do, we realize that pain is not something to be feared. It is something to be used as fuel for our journey. There is something incredibly powerful about living a life that is centered on the service of others. In a world that often emphasizes individual success and personal gain, we can sometimes forget the profound impact we have when we lift others up. Serving others doesn't just change their lives, it transforms ours as well. When we choose to focus on helping those around us, we create a ripple effect of kindness, connection, and meaning that reverberates far beyond what we can see. At times, it's easy to get caught up in our own struggles and feel as though our lives are defined by what we're chasing for ourselves. But what we often fail to recognize is that fulfillment comes not from accumulating things or personal accolades, but from the difference we make in the lives of others. When we give, we receive far more in return, whether it's a sense of purpose, deeper relationships, or the satisfaction of knowing that we've made the world a better place, even in small ways. Serving others allows us to step outside of our own limited perspective and connect with people from all walks of life. It teaches us to see beyond ourselves and recognize the struggles and needs of others. The more we open our hearts to help those around us, the more we begin to realize how interconnected we all are. Our pain, joys, and experiences are shared in some way, and by lifting others, we begin to lift ourselves. When you make service your purpose, it becomes a form of selflessness that brings deeper meaning to every aspect of your life. You no longer measure success by the material things you acquire, but by the lives you touch, the hearts you heal, and the changes you help create. In serving others, you tap into an endless well of gratitude and joy because the act of giving provides a sense of fulfillment that nothing else can offer. Whether it's offering a listening ear, providing a helping hand, or simply sharing a moment of kindness, each small act of service has the potential to change a life and in turn change your own. By choosing to focus on others, we stop searching for happiness outside of ourselves and start cultivating it within. When we serve with no expectation of return, we find ourselves richer in spirit and more connected to the world around us. And in that, we find purpose. Purpose that transcends the temporary and leaves a lasting imprint on both ourselves and the people whose lives we touch. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It has the ability to transform our perspective, our emotions, and even our circumstances. In a world that often focuses on what's lacking or what's wrong, choosing gratitude every day becomes a revolutionary act. It shifts our focus from what we don't have to what we do, and in doing so, it opens the door to a life filled with contentment, joy, and peace. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it is a practice, a mindset that can be cultivated and nurtured each day, no matter what challenges we may face. When we start our day with gratitude, we set a tone of appreciation for the small things that often go unnoticed. We begin to realize that there is so much to be thankful for, even in the most ordinary moments. A warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, the beauty of nature. These are the things that often slip through the cracks of our busy lives. But when we choose to pause and recognize them, we begin to see the abundance that already surrounds us. Gratitude has a way of grounding us in the present moment, reminding us that no matter what the future holds, we have much to be thankful for right now. Gratitude also has the power to change our perception of difficult situations. Instead of focusing solely on the struggles, we can choose to find something to appreciate within them. Perhaps it's the strength we discover within ourselves as we face adversity, or the lessons we learn from our challenges. Even in moments of pain or uncertainty, gratitude allows us to find meaning in our experiences. It helps us reframe our thinking, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Moreover, practicing gratitude strengthens our relationships with others. When we acknowledge the kindness of those around us, it deepens our connections and fosters a sense of belonging. Gratitude makes us more aware of the love, support, and generosity we receive from others, and it inspires us to offer the same in return. Choosing gratitude every day is not always easy, especially when life feels overwhelming or unfair. But it is during those times that gratitude becomes even more important. It is a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be thankful for. By making gratitude a daily habit, we open ourselves to a life filled with positivity, abundance, and peace. A life where we see the beauty in everything, no matter how small or fleeting. Inner peace is not something we stumble upon by chance. It is a choice we make every single day. It is found in self-acceptance, in letting go of the past, in redefining success, and in transforming pain into power. It is nurtured through serving others and choosing gratitude even when life feels uncertain. The journey to inner peace is not about perfection or the absence of struggle. It is about embracing who you are, finding purpose in the present, and trusting that everything you need is already within you. When you stop chasing external validation and start listening to the voice within, you will realize that peace has been waiting for you all along. So take a deep breath, trust the process, and walk forward with courage. The life you seek is not ahead of you, it is within you, and the moment you choose peace, it will choose you in return.